Yunnan coffee represents China, and this is where its finest brew was born, Lujiangba in Baoshan. Today, with my coffee road trip map, let's sip through the rural valley and check out how these tiny beans flip the script of the entire community. About an hour drive from downtown Baoshan, across the Lujiang Grand Bridge, we get to the coffee valley, Lujiangba. But before diving into coffee, the first thing that greets me is this colorful roadside fruit stalls. Some of these fruits, I don't even know their names. That's the magic of the climate here. Not only is it perfect for growing coffee, but it's also paradise for tropical fruits. So if you are passing by, you've got to grab a few to kick off your coffee journey the right way. A 20-minute drive down the road takes me to the first stop, Xinzhai Cafe, a stunning modern architecture in a traditional village. It's got this award-winning design, making it a must-visit spot for visitors who love to take pictures.
Check out. 生豆咖啡粉，
豆浆, soy milk. But it's hard to believe that just a few decades ago, this place looked nothing like this. Back then, farmers wouldn't even bother picking their coffee cherries and let them rot on the trees because it actually cost more to pick and process them than they could sell them for. Many had no choices but to cut down their coffee trees and switch to other cash crops, while young people left in search of jobs in the cities, leaving behind a struggling industry. Then Baoshan came to realize that if they want a future in coffee, they had to improve the quality. So from farming to processing, roasting to packaging, every step was optimized. That shift put Baoshan on the map for specialty coffee. Now, city folks are the ones coming to grow coffee, open hotels, design stylish coffee estates like this one. It's just incredible how an industry transformation can completely change the fate of a place. Alright, let's keep moving. Next stop, Bidun Cafe, right on the banks of the Lujiang River. This place has the full package: coffee plantations, processing factories, guest houses, restaurants, and interactive experiences, making it a perfect destination for families. This is my first time seeing fresh coffee cherries still on the tree. 这个可以吃吗? With the help of the staff, visitors can roast and brew their own coffee here. Have a cup of coffee made by yourself. Experience seed to cup firsthand. And here's something unique: coffee boiled eggs. Yeah, you heard me right. For just 10 yuan, you get eggs cooked in coffee with brown sugar. The combo of sweetness and coffee aroma is surprisingly good. Charcoal, 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 charcoal. Yuan, Yuan, how was it? How was the egg?
Looks weird, but it's good.
Next up, lunch in Nanhu village. Yeah, this word is pronounced Nan. I didn't know either. I was going to visit a popular restaurant of Dai-ethnic group, but the wait was too long. So I just picked a random one instead. Turns out, you really cannot go wrong with food in the village. Crispy lemongrass pork ribs, freshly grilled fish, sweet and sticky pineapple rice. But the real star in my heart is yosa. You've probably heard of 柠檬sa, cold rice noodle with lime juice and spices, or maybe even kusa, which is, well, rice noodle with a bitter broth made from partially digested grass from the cow's stomach and intestines. But this yuza, chili oil takes the spotlight. Spicy and dangerously addictive. Every dish was a winner, zero complaints. After lunch, I took a stroll in Bailongtan Park, right next to the village. At the end of the path, I came across a coffee museum. Here you get detailed stories of Baoshan coffee, displays of equipment and products. It really helped me understand why Baoshan's coffee leads the way in China. I also unlocked some coffee knowledge, like the world's 3 main coffee varieties are Arabica, Robusta, and Liberica, in which 75% of global coffee production is Arabica because of its finest taste and quality, while Robusta is most used for instant coffee. Also, 98% of China's coffee is grown in Yunnan province, primarily Arabica and Cadimor, a hybrid of Arabica and Robusta. Yeah, complicated but quite interesting. If you've got solid driving skills, your next challenge is Hookah Cafe in China's #1 coffee village, Xinzhai Village. The village is surrounded by endless coffee fields, and even the houses here are decorated with coffee graffitis. But getting to the cafe is tricky. You'll need to handle some steep, narrow roads with sharp turns. Traffic can get tight, and let's just say, once you're up, turning around can be a nightmare. But the view at the top, totally worth it. You get a breathtaking panorama of Lujiangba Coffee Valley stretching out beneath you. It's like a painting come to life. If budget is an issue, stay in the cafe's luxury guest houses and wake up to the aroma of freshly brewed coffee. In this village, locals have taken coffee creativity to the next level. Walk into a villager's home, you might wash your hands with coffee-scented soap, try a hyper combo featuring chicken stew with coffee beans, crispy coffee leaves, and coffee flour steamed eggs. You can even adopt your very own coffee trees and enjoy coffee from your trees every year. At this point, I feel like coffee in Baoshan is more than just a beverage. It has reshaped this entire region's culture and lifestyle. From struggling farmers to specialty coffee pioneers, to now coffee plus innovations, Baoshan's coffee story is nothing short of inspiring. It also shows that rural areas have endless potential to thrive. My only regret this trip is not having more time to explore even more cafes here, but for your information, long-term stay in Yunnan province is becoming super popular. Last year, nearly 4 million people traveled and stayed in Yunnan for an average of 80 days. Crazy, right? So if you are coming, definitely stay a few extra days and soak in the slow life of Lujiangba. For my international friends, now China offers visa-free entry to 38 countries and 240 visa-free transit for 54 more. Last year alone, over 20 million people entered China visa-free. So if you've ever been curious about this country, now's the perfect time to visit and maybe sip a cup of authentic Baoshan coffee. Last but not least, for my Baoshan friends, I really appreciate of your positive comments in my previous videos. People in Baoshan are so nice. I've received a lot of loves, welcomes, and kindness. And I'm here to ask you for one more thing. If you've got any other recommendations on hidden gems in Baoshan, drop them in the comment section to share with everybody. Give everyone a reason to come here. Alright, that's a wrap on my Baoshan coffee road trip. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.